Let's see if this is working. It says my orientation's wrong, but I think that's wrong. Double check my account. My computer is slow. View my channel. Let's see. It's live. He's going to be pissed at that picture. All right, cool. Shit's good. We'll wait till Gary gets here. Doing a ring for Gary. We'll kind of wait for him and his chat to get here to explain everything. Let me clean this thing off real quick. All right, we should be good. Should be good. Just hanging out right now. I have an earbud in my ear, so I'm listening to his channel. He's on kick.com. He's going to switch over there. We're going to go live making a ring. I don't know how this will work out. I couldn't put him on audio because I need to hear him here. And if he can hear me, then you guys will hear him and he'll double. I'm only talking to myself right now because I have one viewer and it's me on YouTube. So we'll see if we'll see how long it takes for him and his chat to show up, and then we'll get started. Um, but yeah, should be quick, should be cool. He's from Rhode Island, so we're doing a Rhode Island silver coin. Other than that, nothing happening. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. Let me go ahead and pin my website. So if anybody is interested, feel free to go over there, order something cool. And we're just kind of hanging out right now, waiting for Gary. He's probably gonna be pissed when he sees the thumbnail, but it was the first picture that showed up when I YouTubed him. So that's what he gets, I guess. I mean, you put it on YouTube, people may use it. He's just looking up a law here right now in another country, and then we'll be rocking. Look how pretty this thing is. Hasn't been touched yet. You can see yourselves almost. That's a proof. It's a beaut. It's a beaut, Clark. So I'm also reading his chat, listening to him. So it's going to be a weird stream. Maybe. It might be just a totally normal stream, nothing weird at all. But most likely a weird stream. Definitely a different stream. I hit up Gary. What's up, Blistering? What's up, Dill? How you doing, bud? I watched Gary on Kick, and he was talking about getting some gold chains. I just mentioned hey, if you stream it on your channel, I'll make you a coin ring live. And he agreed to it, so I just ordered a silver proof, and came. And here we are. Here we are right now. We're just waiting for Gary to show up. Just waiting for Gary. Let me YouTube Luke's coin art. Go. Let's see if he goes there now. Let's see if he finally comes over. There he goes. I think he's coming, guys. Then we can get going. We'll give Gary's chat a good welcome. We'll say hello to him. We'll give. Dude, that shit's funny. What's up? Gary's here. All right, dude. That's funny. All right, Gary. I got you playing in my ear, in my earbuds, so that nobody else has to hear you or me twice. Because obviously, if you were playing right here, it'd be weird. But it is weird because I'm hearing you. I'm hearing me in the past, and you. All right, so this is what we got. We got this stunning silver proof from Rhode Island. Haven't touched it yet because I wanted to show the beauty before we get going. I don't do Discord, but we'll figure this out. We'll be good. I don't fuck with Discord actually. So Rhode Island, this thing's beautiful. You can see yourself. You can see yourself on the reflection pretty much. The deal with the silver coins, you're not going to get these in your change unless some idiot like turns them in. But silver proofs come in the proof sets that you have to buy straight from the U.S. Mint, and they do very few. So you have to buy the whole set. So you get like 5 quarters, all the quarters from that year, and then a $50. If they did $1 that year, you'll get those. You get the whole set, but this is a silver one, so it's a little special. They did less than 1 million of them. I think there's like 900,000. So let's get going. Let's knock this shit out. So first step is I punch a hole in the center of this thing. And Gary, I appreciate you guys coming along. I appreciate Gary's chat, checking this out. If you want, I'd love it if you linked my website maybe. So I'm gonna pop that in there if you want to pin it. That'd be sweet. But yeah, let's go. So first thing I do is I pick a size hole. So we're gonna do, yeah, the website would be better. I don't do a lot on my YouTube. Thank you. That'll give us a lot of meat to work with. We're going to have the Rhode Island shown because that's the pride of the coin. I mean, we wouldn't be making a Rhode Island quarter for Gary if it wasn't representing his hood, you know? And I'm using a tool here called a self-centering tool. As I screw the lid on, it's going to self-center that coin. I'm being pretty descriptive here. I don't know if you want too descriptive, but I'm going to be pretty descriptive so people know what's going on. So I put the little center in there. That's the same size as my punch. And I'm also going to talk to my chat a little bit. What's up, Dill? What's up, Grandma? DQ. Welcome, welcome. So as I screw this on, it's just going to center that coin for me because of that domed inside. Yeah, I got grandma. I don't know if it's the same grandma, but I got grandma here. All right, so you can see what we're gonna punch out. We're gonna pop that right out of there. Yeah, you do. All right, so that's what we're popping out. So I'm gonna whack this. I'm gonna hit this with a brass hammer. So it's gonna get loud if you have headphones on or something. So just a warning. And that's what we get out of the center there. Little piece of silver. And there's what we got left. It's important to make sure it's perfectly center when I'm done, because if it's off at all, it'll be like a wonky ring at the end. We'll have too much metal on one side, not enough on the other, so it'll be all wonky. What I do with, I'm listening to Gary in my ear, and he just asked what I do with the centers and the scraps. Basically, I just keep them, and then when I get enough, I will melt them down and make stuff out of them. So I make a bunch of different stuff from coins. I pulled a few things out just to show you guys the realm of things that I do. And I'll just show those real quick before we do the next step. This is one of my pride and joys. I hand cut puzzles from coins. And this is hand cut from a 5-ounce pure silver America the Beautiful coin. That's what I started off doing with coins, was making puzzles. This is a more realistic, like, size one that I do that isn't a ton of labor. It's an American Silver Eagle. And I cut those using just a small blade. This blade right here is very tiny. It's like the size of a horsehair, maybe. It's a horsehair size. And that is on my website. Gary can buy it right now. Someone should buy it. There's 50 hours of labor in this bad boy. There's 50 hours I spent on that. But yeah, the blades are real small. There's like a dozen in that little pack right there. And then I started making rings, and it took a lot of equipment to get stuff for rings. For coin puzzles, I just need a saw, some blades, and a little tiny vise. For rings, it takes a lot of tools. So I make rings. This is one of the rings I made from a group that I am part of called Silver Bugs, and that's one of their coins. And then my specialty is coins made from scratch, and these are made from absolute scratch. I can't get the beauty of it to show up. And I put pet ashes or human ashes in with the melt, and then I give them a beautiful mirror shine. And that's unique for someone if they have a loved one, or mostly people do it with their pet ashes, and it only takes a tiny amount. So it's a symbolic piece. It's just kind of cool. But yeah, I make those. And then this is my invention. It's called a coin jar. It's made using 3 different coins. The lid is a 1-ounce coin. So it's a silver dollar replica 1 ounce coin. And then the bottom is another coin. And then the base has another coin. So that's something I make. These are more just art pieces for people to put, for coin collectors to put on their display. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. I do a lot of different coin related stuff. But let's get back to the G-Man's piece, the Gary piece. Again, all of Gary's chat. I appreciate you guys coming along. It's really cool. I'm curious if anybody, if any of his chat actually recognizes me from another channel that I have. I figured Gary's people, someone might recognize me. Dude, that's I'll give you a deal on that, Gary, if you want to buy that piece, that 133 piece. Give you a deal. That's gonna be a big deal. As soon as I'm famous, that's a special piece. I have a cool channel. Yes, I do have another channel, Gary. I'm known for that stuff more than this stuff. But it's scam baiting. I do scam baiting. Or I did scam baiting. Dude, I'll tell you what, Gary. You just asked me if you could take it apart and put it together as a challenge. I'll give you a challenge. If you can take this apart and put it back together in under 5 hours by yourself on camera, I'll give it to you for free. But if you can't, full price, $2,500. That's a good deal. I've never tried it. I don't know how long it would take. It could be totally doable. All I do know is that I'm not putting it back together once it's apart. But that challenge is open for anybody. If anybody thinks they could put that thing together in under 5 hours, I'll give it to you for free. So now I'm going to sand the inside of this. I have to do a lot of work to the insides of these coin rings. My other channel, Grandma, is Luke's Doghouse. That's the channel where I do scam baiting. I did scam baiting. I haven't done anything over there in a long time. But I'm big in the scam bait community. So all the good scam baiters, all the big scam baiters, all the guys that you may know are buddies of mine. I have some coin art up there, and I'll just do like goofy shit up there. But call scammers, fuck with them. I'm kind of known for a certain, like Kit Boga is one of them. Gary's looking at it right now. What made people laugh? I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm hearing Gary in one ear and myself, and I'm trying to talk to you guys, and I'm trying to read this. But the one thing I did that was pretty funny that got people enjoying me and laughing at me was when I was talking to scammers, all scammers that I would deal with came out of India. Um, they were all like IRS, um, weird shit like that. Um, but what I would do is I'd get them on the line and hooked by acting all normal and totally legit, like I'm there to pay my bills and do what's right. As soon as they'd ask for my credit card number, I had a thing I would do, and I'll pull out my credit card and give you an example. I'd say like, okay, my number is 5126 2842 2111 1864. And as soon as I said 11:7, they'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? And I'd have to repeat it. And I'd repeat it. I'd just keep going. I'd have people for 20 minutes on the line, just me repeating the number, trying to get them to freak out over that 11:7. And they did. None of them gave up. They all just stood on the line and tried to figure out what an 11:7 is. All right. So now that inside's nice and clean. Like I was saying, the inside's very important because this is going to be the part that's stretched out the most, is that inside we just sanded up. So this is what we're going to see on the end. We're going to see the Rhode Island, the date, and then on the bottom, the date of the actual coin. So the top date is the date that Rhode Island was discovered, 1790. 1790, baby. And this is a 2001 coin. So now the fun begins. Now we're going to start folding this thing up. We call it folding when we bend it. So let's go. Let me put a few things to the side. Let me get my head right. I think we're good to go. So normally I have to use a series of tools like these big ones in the back. This is a smaller coin, so most of the work I'm going to be doing is going to be right here, right in front, on just my ring stretcher and reducer, which is this guy right here. And the way this works is it has two functions. It has a stretcher, which is this part, and it has 8 splines on it. So you can see the lines. Those all allow it to open up. So as I pull this down, it's going to basically go like this. It has one of these steel rods inside. So as I pull it down, the rod's going to go out, and it's going to go like that. That's going to open the splines. When I use the bottom piece, it has a plate, and it has little degrees to it. I think it's a 14 degree, and there's a little tiny plunger on the bottom. So as I pull down, it's going to push the plunger down. Kind of like there's a plunger here, same deal, just pushes a plunger down. This is just a better plate. So first thing I'm going to do is use a cone, a small cone, and I'm going to press that down in that 17 degree die, and that's going to start making it into a cone. So it's going to look cone shaped. I have to heat it up, and that'll soften the metal. And when you soften the metal, it's a little more easy to fuck with. Sorry I'm not reading my chat. That's all it takes, a few seconds there. It's a thinner metal, so it's pretty easy. Dip it in the water. Now I can handle it. Dry it off real quick. All right, boom. Make sure we got the Rhode Island facing out. We'll put that in the die here. I'm going to keep my camera where it is. I do have some very informative videos of rings being made if anybody's interested in the full process. But to be honest, most of the times I make rings, I'm not using just this tool. So this is kind of special and different. And to be honest, I can't even use this die yet because there's not enough room to mess with. Let's go to this one. We'll just use this guy. Probably see better anyways. It's kind of... We'll zoom in a little bit. Oh, that's right in the way. This is totally right in the way. That's bullshit. All right, so that's in the way, so you can't see. But basically, I'm just pressing this down, turning it into a more cone shape. I want to make sure we watch that edge there. We don't want it to split. If we get any splits or cracks, we're kind of fucked because I don't have a backup coin. Go to the next size hole, press that down. That's as far as I can go. You didn't miss much, Gary. You're good. So now we have kind of a cone-shaped ring. Not much going on there. You notice the coin turned really dark and kind of ugly. That's because of the 10% metal that is not silver. If it was pure silver, it wouldn't change color. This is for Gary. Someone just asked if it's for Gary or Vanessa. It's for Gary, I think. But yeah, it didn't get ugly. Or this one got ugly because it's not pure silver. Pure silver will not turn color at all. So guys, we're making this a size 10.5. Actually, Gary, let me ask you this. You mentioned 10 or 10.5 would be good. Would 10.25 be best? Because I can do quarter sizes or whatever. So this thing needs to be stretched quite a bit. Right now it's only a size 6. So we need to stretch it all the way down here. So we need to stretch it all the way to here. 10.25. I got the answer. 10.25. Want it to be a good, comfortable fit. All right, cool. 10.5 is bigger. 10.5 it is. All right, guys. So now we're going to stretch it. We're going to use this tool here. I showed you how this one worked because I thought we were going to use this one. This one works the same. As I push, the rod goes up. So it'll open the splines and stretch us out. So first I need to heat it up before we beat it up. Let's get you guys up a little bit here. This is a quarter. Yeah, Dylan. This is a $quarter, so it's a huge stretch to get it to a 10.5. And this is where the shit can go down during the stretching process. This thing could very easily split. If it splits, we're fucked. We just basically just throw it out, melt it down. So we're going to take it easy. Also, I want to make sure that I protect the inside detail. And I'm going to use a little piece of blue towel. I don't need my hood on anymore. A little blue towel. The inside detail is just as important as the outside detail for my rings. I want to make sure that all the detail is perfect. And anything that comes out of my shop is always top notch. So I'm stretching it slowly. I'm not fucking up the inside details. So you can kind of see it's starting to flare out at the bottom. It's kind of hard to see because of the angle. It's going from this to more like that. Eventually it'll start stretching, but so far we went from like a 6.5. Now we're at an 8. Now we need to keep going till I'm probably going to go a little bigger than a 10.5 for this part, because there's a few steps I need to do later to make it proper. So this is where it's going to start getting sketchy, because we are stretching this thing out quite a bit. Our inside looks really good though. We have no splits or cracks or fractures. And it's starting to look more like a ring. This machine is 100% for ring stretching. That's all it's for. It's for coins, or not coins, but for rings. You can put any ring in there. And yes, that's what it's for. I'm going to heat it up again. That way the metal is a little softer. My torch is going to shit, it seems like. The reason I heat it so much is you just want to keep that metal nice and soft. And right now we're looking at size 9. We're getting closer. It gets a little tougher on the stretcher at this point. Because now we're stretching the whole piece of metal rather than just parts of it. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling a little bit more. Things are shaking a little bit more. So now we're at a 10. So we're getting closer. Now I need to overstretch this thing probably to maybe 11 or 11.5. And I'll show you why here in a few. Just double check our edge, make sure we have no splits or cracks. And I'm also rotating it as I go to kind of keep it from making a weird shape. And again, this is not a coin I normally make. I don't make the smaller coins generally. I make bigger coins, so I normally use this tool and a lot of bigger tools. So it's a much different process, but this is still same idea. So now we're at like a 10 3/4, just about where I want to be. Again, we're oversized for what would fit on Gary's finger, but the shape isn't there yet. It looks funny, so we need to overstretch it so it looks right. see where we're at. All right. It's like an 11 1/4. I think that might be good. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger. Knew it. Sorry, I'm on delay. Said I think we're an 11 1/4. I knew it. All right, let's stop there. So we're closer to a 12, which is good. So now I'm going to do something cool. I'm going to actually add, because this side has the reed on it from the original reed of the quarter, right? This side has nothing right now, so it's kind of blank. So let's just sand it down real quick just to give it a nice fresh edge. And then we're going to add a reed to it. We're going to use a tool I got here called a re-reader. It's a re-reader. If you can see, it has reeds on it. So I'm going to center that on there. Use a little pad to protect the other reed. And then a little die for press. I'll set that in the press. Press it down. Give it just a small press. Rotate it. And give it one more. And then now we have a reed on this side. You can see that. So now both sides have a reed. So that's cool. It is squeaky. It's a squeaky tool. So now we need to make it shaped right. So now we're going to take, we oversized it. We made it too big so that I can now put it back into these dies that have a 17-degree curvature to it. And if I press down each side, left and right, it'll round it. So now we're gonna just do that real quick. And I am gonna use this tool now because it's a smoother die. So it'll be better for the coin. And I'm just gonna knock this out real quick. Give it a few on that side. You can see that shiny part on top. That's the part that got pressed down. So now it's more ring shaped, but it's still a little bigger on this side. And size wise, we're about a half size off. So we're going to shrink the top and the bottom a half size now. And then our size will be perfect. Then we need to make it look awesome. Let's see where that goes. All right, so you can see it's shiny on both sides now. That's where the metal on metal contact came into play. Shrinking both those sides down just a tad bit. Let's see where we are. Boom. So now we're at a 10.5. So that's perfect. However, we're going to shrink it more. We're going to shrink it maybe another quarter size or half size. You're asking why? It makes no sense. I know, it doesn't make any sense. It'll make sense in a minute. Gary's like, but then it's going to be too tight. I got a secret. I got a secret for you. So now it's at a 10. So now it's too small. But on the inside of this thing, this ring, all coins have a little rim around the edge of it, right? Well, that rim, when it gets folded, it actually makes more metal. So there's a little more metal. You can see that rim on my side. You see that little rim, a rim job. So now we do the rim job. And that's going to take about a half size off the total size. To do that, we're going to use a deburring tool, which is a plumber's tool. And it's just going to take a little bit of, we're going to do the rim job here. And you can see it's taken, there's a little sliver of metal right there. It's just taking a little bit of metal off that top lip. All tools that coin ring makers use, we've had to invent or repurpose. So like, we got the plumber's tool. I think we're good. Still a little shy. Let's take a little bit more off. Oh, Gary, by the way, your thumbnail is just the first picture on YouTube that came up when I typed in Gary the producer. So I took it. I figured you'd appreciate it. But when I'm done with this ring, I'm going to swap it out with the final ring pick. So it's just for you guys. So now we've got perfect size, which is 10.5. We've got the perfect shape where it looks awesome, shape-wise. Now we need to make it look awesome. And to do that, I do a few things. First off, I want to sand that part down. I forgot. I got to sand that part down real quick. And I'm only hitting that part that I just deburred. I'm not hitting the detail of the coin. All the detail of that coin is going to be just as beautiful on the inside as it is outside. To where when Gary takes it off his finger, he'll still see the $quarter United States of America, all that good stuff. Now to make this thing pretty, I'm going to use a little sandpaper. And then I'm going to do something called give it a patina. 10.5, dude. You're rocking it, Johnson there, bro. Rocking a 10.5-inch cock ring. But yeah, giving it a patina gives it like an antique finish, and it brings out the detail. It makes the back, the detail in the foreground darker. Wait, the foreground is lighter, background is darker. What year is the coin? It's 2001, John. It's the Rhode Island State Quarter. Hopefully, I don't think they make ring sizes big enough for that. Oh, Jesus. All right. Back to what we're doing. I'm listening to Gary in my ears, so it's weird because he's not saying anything. I only hear myself. All right, so this thing is pretty ugly right now. Like I said, we're gonna give it a nice patina so it looks kind of like my ring. And to do that, we're gonna use a little steel wool on the inside. We'll get rid of that that darker stuff. Yeah, John, if I put Gary on, he's just delayed behind me, so you basically just hear what I'm saying 10 seconds later. But if you guys want to follow Gary over on Kick, Kick, it's Gary David, one word. Go check him out. If you use Stake, make sure you use code Gary. Is that right, Gary? Stake.us. Use code Gary. That's why I love watching Gary, is when he gambles. It's so much fun. So you can see the inside is a little shinier and prettier. Now let's make the outside shiny, and then we're going to give it a patina. All right. So the patina, I got to go in the other room and grab some hot water. I will do the. Oh, that's fine, Gary. Yeah, just leave it there. It's fine. Website, or it doesn't matter which one you have up. It's all good. So the patina, I normally just do it in the kitchen. It's real quick. I just need hot water and a solution, but I'll do that in here so you guys can see the process. It's really cool. That process is pretty unique. So give me like 30 seconds to grab that water. I'll bring a special guest while I'm gone. We keep everybody busy for me. You say hi to everybody. Gary, you were close, Gary. It's a schnoodle, schnauzer poodle. Come here, bud. His name's Mac, like macaroni. But you were kind of right, because I did have a hedgehog named Puzzles. I had a hedgehog named Puzzles. So in here, I have a little dollop of something called liver of sulfur. And it's a solution that when you add hot water to, it instantly turns silver dark in color. So let me stir that up a little bit. So it's basically just warm water, liver of sulfur. And you can see how silver this coin is right now. As soon as I dip it in there, I think it'll kill you if you sip it. But you can see how it kind of turned copper real quick on that side. You see the silver versus copper side. And we're just going to drop it in there. And the whole thing will just kind of turn colors. It'll turn colors. It's pretty much done now. So that's all I need is and the reason for doing this is the final step, which is just giving it a quick sand down, is it's going to make like the word Rhode Island pop. It's going to make all the words pop. So we're going to sand the inside, so you'll be able to see the inside detail. And let's hit this reed. That's the reed that we added. I'll hit it with the steel wool. And now that reeded edge really pops out. You know, you can see you see depth. Here's the other side. Hit that. Now we've got some depth to it. Now let's go with the inside of the ring. And Gary, I'll send you a few pictures of this thing. I'll take a few pro pics and send them to you through IG. The steel wool is like, this is the softest. So there's very little abrasiveness to it. Probably like a real, just basically polishes, microscopic layers. Yeah. All right, so there's the inside. You can now kind of actually read what it says. You can see the detail better. You can see the United States of America. And then the outside, we're going to hit that real quick. And that's going to bring out the detail. That's it. That is the final product. So let's start with the Rhode Island. You can really see the wording Rhode Island now. And the date 1770 or 1790. Yeah, 1790. There's our, and this is the other side of it with the 2001 and the E Pluribus Unum. How much does this cost, John? My website has stuff. These are custom ordered. So if somebody, because I had to special order the coin, as long as it's not, so there's 1 year, the first year they did silver quarters where they're very expensive because it was the first year they made them. The rest, I can get them for like $7 or $8 a coin. On top of that, it's about $60 for the labor. So something like this would be about $70. I specialize in bigger rings. Like this one here is going out to a customer. This is a Silver Eagle. These are $35 coins, but it's a 1 ounce coin. It's one of the most popular US coins. So something like this is about 130. And this is what I specialize in, is this size. And Gary, I'm pretty much done with you, dog. I did want to share one thing with you that I thought you think was cool. I'll share that with you real quick because you're an M&M fan like me. So here's my M&M share of the day. I got an M&M rookie card, which I'm gonna send with your I'm gonna send this with your ring. So you're gonna be the proud owner of an M&M rookie card. And then I grabbed these recently. I got the M&M gas, the gas card. It was a collab with Gas and Complex when the last CD came out. I grabbed one of these. These I'm not sending you. These are mine. I'm keeping these. This is straight from his site. I got the Death of Slim Shady in the red cassette. I grabbed like 3 or 4 of these, so I did get extras. Resell these bitches later. And then I got the alternate cover CD, baby. The alternate cover. These are rare, baby. That's it. That's my M&M share. But yeah, I'll throw this in for you. Little M&M action. So I'll send that and your coin coming at you. You'll have to get me a PO box or whatever. We'll worry about that later. I'll send you a message with pictures of this bad boy. I'm going to end my live stream now. And I appreciate people coming over. Hey, this channel, this YouTube channel that I'm on, I don't have enough subscribers to go to monetize. I'm like 150 shy. Anybody wants to sub, that would help. You don't have to watch me, any of that shit. Well, popcorn dust? I don't have popcorn dust. But thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Gary, I appreciate it. I will continue to watch your stream. Hopefully we get some steak. Gary, also, real quick, you got to check out the Plinko that Sam tried out today. This Plinko Strat. I don't know if you saw it. You probably saw it. I think Chris Travels got 60K off of the Strat, but it was working. Check it out. It was in the first like 5 minutes of Sam's gambling today. Just go back and watch it. That's it. Later, guys. Peace out. Oh yeah, it was mines.